Friends, welcome back. If you are new, my name is Nikki. Today we are going to the Goodwill outlet to see what we can find to flip for a profit. If you are new here, last year I hit the six-figure sales mark on Poshmark. That was awesome, in addition to my eBay sales. So I am moving to a more thrifted business. So I want to say like 60 to 70% of my inventory last year was liquidation, and now I'm flipping that. So I want like 60 to 70% of my inventory to be thrifted, and the other can be like this shirt retail arbitrage, consignment. So we're gonna go to the Goodwill outlet, and then maybe while I'm at the Goodwill outlet or after, towards the end of the video, we will do a little story time and give you the tea, as they say. It's not really tea, but it's some things that have been happening. So let's go to the Goodwill outlet and see what we can find. All right, friends, we're gonna save the reseller chat for the end. Grab a snack. This is gonna be a long video. These Lafayette 148 pants were a little bit stained, not stained beyond the like point of saving. So I did pick these up. Lafayette 148, a brand I love selling on eBay and ThredUp. Occasionally, you guys, the Real will take this brand, but they do not price it very high, so I don't send it to them anymore. Very expensive brand. These pants retailed for like $150, and I could probably resell those for like 40, maybe 50. It is a brand, I will say, that sits for a while for me, but once it sells, especially on eBay, it just sells for full price. It's amazing. So 99% of the time, if it's in decent condition, I will pick it up. These shorts, I thought maybe they were something. They were 100% cotton, men's kind of like cargo style shorts, but on the back they had a lot of stains. A lot of times you guys will be like, well, Nikki, why didn't you pick this up? Sometimes, you guys, what I do is I film the bin and then I go through and use both hands. It's hard to go through a whole bin while you're filming and check for stains and things like that. So I didn't pick those up. This little girl's dress felt like a really nice piece, really substantial, but it had a lot of stains and one hole. I'm not the biggest fan of selling children's clothing. I know a lot of you have told me you sell it in lots, like, you know, similar sizes, like 2T, 3T, 10 dresses, 20 shorts. I've tried that, you guys, and it just sits for me. So I don't know. I will pick up a kid's piece that it's like a higher end dress, suit, stuff like that, but I just don't have the best luck selling children's clothing. I used to send quite a bit of it to ThredUp, but now with their new selling model, I don't do that anymore. A lot of you have asked me if I've tried the Pro Kit. I sent my first Pro Kit, and it only included very high-end items because they charge you $15 per item now, so I figured it would only be worth it for like high-end designer stuff. I will keep you posted. It says that the box will be processed in 2 weeks. These Levi's I thought about picking up, but they had a very odd smell and they were not in great condition. I've actually been selling quite a bit of women's denim. If you would have told me that 6-7 years ago, it would have been like, you're out of your mind. I don't really like listing women's denim because it requires like measurements and things, but I've actually been making a decent profit. This cardigan was cute, but I don't know if you guys saw it had a leaf in it. Also, very odd smell. So when I am not filming, I go through a bin top to bottom. It is hard to show you guys that because I have to hold the phone and film. Sometimes I will use my GoPro. I might start doing that so I can actually show you the reality. I literally go through a bin from top to bottom, you guys. I don't mess around. And I try to stay away from people because I'm an only child and I need my space, my bubble, but I don't go to the new bins, you guys. I wait till everyone's done rummaging through the new bins and then I go. Karen Scott is a brand I have never sold. I think I actually featured it in that video where I talked about brands I don't buy. It just has a horrible sell-through rate, doesn't sell for much. I thought that Target Cat and Jack little girls swim shirt was cute, but again, not the biggest fan of selling affordable kids clothing. I mean, like stuff that is retailing for affordable, like that shirt. I think it was part of a set. I looked it up, probably retailed for like 10 bucks, so wouldn't be worth much to resell. If you were wondering what we pay at the Goodwill outlet in Los Angeles, we pay $1.19 per pound for hard goods and $3.19 per pound for clothing. To put that into perspective, when I used to shop here 5 years ago, we used to pay $1.19 a pound for clothing and like, was it like 89 cents or something for hard goods? So the price has gone up. pretty quickly, but I think that's standard everywhere. I think you guys have told me the only place that pays more than LA's, what is it, San Francisco and somewhere else, not Seattle, because I just thrifted in Seattle. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch my, I literally just thrifted in Seattle and filmed it. This Fashion Nova romper, I did try to sell in a live sell. No one bought it, so I tried it on. It's a little big on me. I might just keep it. I buy fast fashion at the Goodwill outlet, you guys. Let's save it from the landfill. Speaking of live selling, I try not to ram my live sales down your guys' throat because I know some of you don't care. But I'm having a huge markdown live sale today on Poshmark the day you're watching this video. So if you want to come and hang out, I always link my live sales down below. So that didn't sell in a live sale, that Fashion Nova. I don't really list Fashion Nova anymore. Like 3-4 years ago, I used to love listing it, and I could easily get like a $10-$20 profit, but it's just so flooded in the market right now. So I might actually keep that, or I might run it in a live sale again. When I'm thrifting, you guys, I'm thrifting for specific items for specific selling categories. So like there are certain things that I only buy to live sell, certain things I only buy to list, like trendier pieces that I think will sell quickly, I'll pick up for a live sell or to sell at a buy sell trade store. But sometimes I list that stuff, so I'll just, you know, let you know what I'm doing with what. But I resell in multiple different ways: buy sell trade stores, consignment through ThredUp, and the Real, and then I list things, and I also live sell. This day, you see those bins I just showed you? He was moving all of those bins out, and he was actually saying on this day, like, if you want to look through it before I take it back, let me know, like, go ahead, which is interesting because usually they're like, don't touch the bins while they're moving them, you know. I wish I could leave the audio in for you guys, but they just blast copywritten music, so I can't. I've told you that. Most thrift stores in Los Angeles blast music, so I can't actually talk to you while I'm at the place. I have to do voiceover. It is very nice while you're shopping because it kind of keeps me like upbeat and motivated, and usually it's actually music I enjoy, but it sucks for filming because I can't talk to you guys while I'm there. This Forever 21 top gave me like boho vibes. I liked the print, but I just can't sell Forever 21 to save my life. I did recently pick up a new with tags Forever 21 plus size maxi dress that I think would sell, hopefully, because it's seasonal, it's new. I don't know. Even new with tags though, you guys, I struggle to sell Forever 21. Let me know if you're able to sell it. Sheen, however you say it. This is new without the tags. Fast fashion, one of the worst fast fashion brands. And by worse, I mean like the way they treat their employees, they pollute the environment, blah, blah, blah. They rip off designers, smaller designers. But I will buy it at the Goodwill outlet. I will not buy it new, ever, again. Full disclosure, like 10, 15 years ago, that's all I could afford. I think that was the last time I bought fast fashion new, but I did pick that up because it was new without the tags. J. Jill. I have never found J. Jill brand new in such great condition at the Goodwill outlet. I was so excited about this, you guys. So many of you and my reseller friends have told me that they do not pick up J. Jill. Everybody's like, it's a boring, mature brand, and I say thank you. Please continue to not buy it because I love reselling it, you guys. It has a following. I kind of lump like J. Jill and Eileen Fisher together. They're mature brands, both mature brands that are very expensive retail, you guys. Their stuff is not affordable, and people look for it secondhand, and I sell it like, I think last month I sold like 10 J. Jill pieces on eBay and 3 on Poshmark. They sell for me on both platforms. I love it, friends. Keep passing it up. This Donna Rico floral dress I picked up. It's not a brand I sell very often, but it's a size 10. I believe this was like 100% cotton. Can't remember. It's already listed. It's a size 20, and the sell-through rate looked great. This literally looked brand new without the tags. I don't know what was going on today, but I was finding stuff at the Goodwill outlet in amazing condition. That is not always the case, you guys. A lot of times I'll find stuff that needs to be stain treated or might need to be repaired, or I have to pass because it just has too many holes. So towards the end of this video, we'll do a little card chat. I'll tell you what I picked up, how much I paid. You probably saw my haul in there. I did end up picking up another one of their jean mystery bags that was $20. I actually already filmed the unboxing of one of those. So if you want to check it out, I will link it down below. I ended up picking up 2 of those on this day, so I have one more to film. I'm actually pretty happy with the jean bags. The t-shirt bag, I'm still iffy on. Laundry by Shelly Siegel. Is it Shelly Segal? Shelly Siegel? Any relation to the actor? Anyways, I used to love selling that brand like 6-7 years ago. I passed on that dress just because, you guys, it had a very odd smell. So let's go to the car. I'm going to tell you how much I spent, what I bought, and then we are going to have a reseller chat, a juicy reseller chat. So grab a snack. We still have a long way to go. All right, friends. So I got 2 mystery bags, and I ended up getting 12 items for $17. So this stuff was $17. These 2 bags were $20 each. This came to like $1.50 per item. This is why getting inventory this way is my favorite. It is so affordable. This is why I moved back to doing a mostly thrifted business, but I didn't get a ton of stuff, you guys. I was literally in there for less than 30 minutes. I really came for these because I've been loving these. I will give you guys some sales updates on the other mystery bags that we've already done because a lot of the stuff I've listed has already sold. I think I showed you guys mostly what I did end up picking up. I mean, these new with tags, J. Jill, these I've never, ever found new with tags J. Jill at the Goodwill outlet. So I'm really excited about that because I actually have really good luck selling this brand. Every time I come to this location, I find one, like at least one, if not more, mid-range to like expensive designer items. One time at this location, you guys, I found a Dior tuxedo jacket. I paid, this was a long time ago, so I paid like $1.20 and it sold on the Real for hundreds. But this is like the high-end piece of the day, if you call this high-end. I looked these up. These retailed for, it was like $180. I would consider that expensive. This is just a bread and butter piece that I told you. This brand, I usually will only pick up the plus-size dresses. Where's the brand tag? It's Donna Rico. I showed you while I was in there. This is my favorite find of the day. I'm delirious, you guys. It's lunchtime and I have not eaten since yesterday at like 7 p.m. and it's noon right now. Rag & Bone, personally a brand I love to wear. I'm going to try to squeeze myself into this. I am a medium. I am not an extra small, but this is oversized. I love the color. I love everything about this. And I actually really like, oh, someone had to park literally right next to me. I'm parked all the way in the back of the parking lot. So we'll stop filming in a minute. I might keep this Fashion Nova romper. I like it. It's cute. It's perfect for spring and summer. It just looks really short and I'm not into the short shorts. So we'll see. But if not, I'll probably sell that on a live sale. So all right, friends, that's the haul, most of it. You will see these unboxed soon. I don't know if I'm going to unbox them together in one long video or separate them. Let me know what you prefer. It smells like nothing but the devil's lettuce right now, so I'm gonna. All right, friends, I thought we would have a little chat. So a lot of you know, maybe you don't know, I've been posting a lot of short form content on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram almost daily, you guys, where I'm posting videos that are 60 seconds or less, and I talk about, you know, I'm going to thrift stores, this is what I'm buying, this is what I'm not buying, and I always talk about how I flip it for a profit. I'm a reseller. And these videos have been getting a lot of traction. Like one of them has like 30,000 views. Another one has 50,000 views. So it's a lot of people that aren't resellers. And my, oh my, you guys, the comments on some of these videos, 99% of you that are watching this, I'm assuming you're resellers, you're very kind, you're very sweet. I very rarely get a hate comment, you guys. And if I get a comment that's not nice, it's not even hate, it's more like constructive criticism. So I know that these people do not watch the channel, they're not resellers, and I cannot tell you how many people are so uneducated about what we do and how we get our inventory, you guys. The number one like hate, or I don't know if I should call it hate, but the number one misunderstood about resellers comment is we're stealing from the poor. So many people think we're stealing from the poor because we go to thrift stores and we buy inventory to resell it for a profit. If any of you are oldies but goldies and you've been watching me for a while, you remember that I actually got a behind the scenes tour of the Goodwill outlet from Goodwill's marketing team here in Los Angeles. And when I tell you, if you haven't seen that video, they let me film like literally behind the scenes. They showed me all the inventory they have. She explained what they do to the inventory. It's a really informative video. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. But the director of marketing, explained that they have so much inventory that even when they rotate it through the Goodwill outlet multiple times, it doesn't all sell. So then they have to sell it in bulk in pallets. And so I just say that to say that I think a lot of people don't understand how wasteful the fashion industry is, and they think that we're stealing from the poor, when in reality, the fashion industry, I just looked it up, is like the second most wasteful industry in our planet. So much of it is being burned, just wasting in the landfill. We are not stealing from anybody, you guys. There are hundreds and thousands and millions of pieces of clothing to be had by anybody that is still being wasted and going to the landfill. So I know I'm preaching on deaf ears. I know you as resellers know that, but I think the general mass doesn't know that. So I try to reply in the comments and explain that. But one person, actually, we were conversing, going back and forth, and she was like, you know what, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the fashion industry was so wasteful. I had no idea about that. You've actually changed my view on reselling. That was the one person. Most people don't respond to me, but I try to respond to as many of those people as possible. I try not to take it personal, and maybe you guys could consider doing that too. Like my reselling friend, who's also a YouTuber, was telling me that she just blocks those people. And I was thinking maybe we should use this as like a time to educate these people. If you have time, of course. I was telling her, we don't have time to respond to all these comments. When I tell you one of the videos has like 100 comments of people telling me I'm a thief, I'm stealing from the poor, I'm greedy. Oh, the second most common comment is get a real job. Like, you're a loser, get a real job. That's not a real job. When I tell you the hardest I have ever worked was the 1 month that I attempted to do full-time reselling, that's live selling and list 10 to 40 items every single day, 7 days a week. That was the hardest I have worked in a very long time. Mentally draining, physically draining. It is a real job. A lot of people don't understand what goes into it. Yes, a lot of people can do it as a side hustle like I do and not take up too much of your time, but it's still a job. I don't know. What do these people think? I think they think we go to the thrift store, we buy something for $10, and then a minute later it sells for $50, and we just do that 1,000 times a month and we're like super wealthy. Like, this is a lot of work, like researching, and I understand what they're saying. A lot of people think, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's like an easy job, and yes, it's not physically demanding. You can learn how to do it, but I will say it is a job that does take skill to learn how to get good at it. But anyways, I could go down a rabbit hole on that. I just thought I would share with you guys what's been happening, because I think it could be a time for us to educate people if you have time. If you don't care and you don't want to, that's fine. You could be like my friend and just block them. But that's what I'm trying to do, because I don't think people understand just how much waste is going out into our world with fashion. And so I'm going to make a separate video on it, but I just wanted to like chat with you guys about it and share what's happening, and maybe if you can just change like one of your minds about, instead of just blocking someone or cussing them out. One of my friends literally cusses people out. That's a whole other story time. But maybe we could just use this as like a teaching moment, because so many people are just not aware of how wasteful fashion is. Fast fashion, even designer fashion. I know they don't produce as much in bulk, but a lot of their stuff, like Anine Bing, I think it's Anine, whatever. Anina, you know who I'm talking about. Her brand, you guys, I'm like 99% sure this is true. For things that don't sell, they burn it. They burn it, you guys. And that is a very coveted, sought after brand. And I understand that they don't want their brand to be devalued by being resold. but we resell it anyways. I know I do. I find it not often, but at the thrift stores. I find it at consignment shops from people that have donated it, and I resell it. But they don't want, I guess, the masses, they don't want it going in liquidation pallets. So they literally burn the clothing. A lot of designer brands do that, you guys. They'll either like physically destroy it, like they'll cut it in half. I know a lot of purse brands do that. They'll put paint on it. Mostly they cut things into shreds and they just throw it out. How wasteful is that? And I understand not wanting to devalue your brand, but there's got to be a better, more sustainable way to do this. And I feel like the average consumer is not as educated on these things as we are, and it's kind of our job. Not our job, but I do feel like for me, if I'm going to continue to do this and this channel is going to grow, I do need to educate the average consumer because they just have no idea. And I can tell you honestly, that is one of the reasons I love reselling. I love it because we are saving things from the landfill, you guys. So obviously, number one, I like the money, but I also actually just love what we're doing. So I just thought I would share that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed or found something in this video helpful. Let me know if you enjoy these types of just chats with Nikki. Don't forget to subscribe. I upload multiple times a week, and that short form content, if you haven't been watching it, check it out, you guys. It's on my channel under shorts. It's right next to the videos tab. If you're on mobile, I think you just click the channel and then it's shorts. I talk about like literally every day. Sometimes I'm uploading 3 times a day. I talk about what's sold, what I'm picking up, what I'm not picking up, brands I like, brands I don't like. So a lot of videos, a lot of content I can pump out quickly because it doesn't require much editing. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon.